So this is the only video I've got of a race from our 3-race series we managed to squeeze in at the end of 2021, our Vancouver Island Harescramble series. We didn't race last year because of COVID, and so it's been almost exactly 2 years since there was any racing for us. First race was in Tansky, and it was pretty brutal. A lot of people showed up for the race, and a lot of people didn't finish. I had some camera mounting issues, so I didn't bother even trying to film that one. My bike started perfectly for that race. I got the whole shot for my class. I held the lead for a little while, then got into some issues where I'd stall and the bike wouldn't want to start, and I'd catch up to people again, and then the bike would stall and I wouldn't want to start. And eventually it did not start at all again once I stalled it in the middle of a trail. So I had to push it back out of the trail, bump start, and I DNF'd that race. And then the other race was on Halloween and I couldn't make it to that one. So here we are at Whiskey Creek with the last race of the year. And I was hoping I had sorted my bike issues out. But of course, nothing ever really goes as planned, and a dead engine start is almost always something that's going to go badly for me in these races. I don't start well at the best of times, but when I have to get my bike to start and then get going, it rarely works out for me. Anyway, that's the background for the season. And this race is very wet and muddy. There's very little grip anywhere, and we started off with a nice grass section that Nick comes out and sets up for us every single year at the end. And it's always awful for me. My cornering speed is not good on a dirt bike, and I can't seem to get it sorted out very well. That was a nice start right in front of me there. And I noticed this bike right beside me on the right is the electric Freeride. He got a really nice launch out of here, but unfortunately for him, I did pass him later on in the day and his battery had died. I don't know if he was the one person in our class that actually DNF'd or if he found a way to get it charged up and going again to finish out the last lap. But yeah, great start from that bike. It just didn't last long enough for him, which is too bad. And there goes the electric bike, and my bike won't start. Won't start.
I don't know why you hate me.
Finally get it going, yell at Andrew about how much I hate the dead engine starts. And up here it narrows up really tight, gets into a single rider sort of situation up ahead, but all these people sitting at the back, they just don't seem like they actually want to race yet, so I'll help myself to a better position. There's 20 people in this class, and 19 finished. There was only one DNF. I don't know why everyone's just sitting there waiting. It is a race. We should be trying to go, but yeah, it got too narrow for anyone to pass right here, so we all did have to just wait our turn once someone stopped there. And now the race is on. Starting off with my least favorite bit of the track, the slippery grass, and the just sheer amount of rain we had in the days leading up to this made everything much more slick than normal. Nice little drop that looks like it caught out quite a few people there. And yeah, I'll just let this run out. play through the rest of the grass section, trying to maintain some kind of speed and momentum here, but I can't get around these corners well. But if you stop and leave me enough room to go around you, I'm gonna do my best to get around you. Nice pumpkin patch. I'm sure that looked really cool for the first group that went through it. Trying my best to get some speed going in the straighter sections, since I know that my cornering is bad, and just grab a spot whenever I can, get around people, try and move up the line. I think for there to be 20 people in my group, that means a lot of those people probably haven't done many races, and Supermoto definitely helped me build up my aggression in the racing. I don't tend to sit around and want to wait for people to take their time with stuff. If you leave me room, I'm going to take my way around you if I can. I don't know what happened here. I think that guy stopping surprised me and I must have just grabbed my front brake or something. So all those people that had stopped and let me by, or that I just went by because they were stopped, are now ahead of me again. So that was great. It's about this time that I was getting pretty frustrated. Bad start, then crashing. I had so much work to do if I wanted to get anywhere near the front. And apparently that ribbon was supposed to go across the trail, and we're now on the wrong track. Thank you. Just sneak past you there. But yeah, this goes on for a while where we just rode the wrong trail because someone was kind enough to blast through that ribbon and then never tie it back up so that we knew we were actually supposed to turn right at the bottom of that hill. I'm not sure how long the ribbon was down, but I know there was a lot of people on this trail that were in the VETAM group, and that means that at least, well, probably that whole group and my whole group ended up on the wrong trail, if not more. Nice thing about knowing the area is that when that guy was stuck on the roots there, I knew there was another way around, so I managed to get past a couple people there. But I don't know the area well enough to be fast here. I just occasionally know some spots where I can get around some. So back to the idea that we're all on the wrong trail here. It was decided at the end of the race that since someone took out that ribbon and a lot of people went the wrong way, they weren't going to penalize us for going the wrong way because it actually did end up being a slightly longer loop than we were supposed to take, and it does eventually meet up with the race trail and luckily pointed in the right direction. When we did come up with the spot where it reconnects, it was a little bit confusing. I was wondering why we were ducking under a ribbon, but there was other people around, so it looked like we must have been going the right way at that point. I do like this trail, so it was kind of nice that we were working here. But I felt like I had decent pace in the beginning here. It's not exactly wide enough to actually pass anyone. I've got a and wait for them to get out of your way. And they won't always do that. Would have been nice if that guy had waited another half second and let me by too, but it is a race after all. Just gotta get around this guy. I can see people up ahead, and I'm pretty sure I could catch them too. Oh, a bit of a log jam. Someone did pull off to the side. Come on, when am I gonna get around this guy? Gotta be some point here. Oh yeah, here we go. Log that held everybody up. I tried to be cheeky and get around some people. They got mad at me, and I actually got pushed back even further. So this is a mess, and I'm just gonna skip over it. Or I'll just say that once I did finally get to the log, I also got hung up on it, and a bunch more people got around me. So it definitely didn't work out for me. I'm gonna skip this part. It's more than a little bit embarrassing that this log ate up almost a minute of my race, but back at it. I guess the worst part of it is actually the fact that I should have never been here, so I should have never even seen that log. Really wish that ribbon had been up. That's a nice deep trench going through there, and real good mud hole. Lots of fun that spot. I've got to try and catch up with some people again. I did notice, rewatching this, that Paul was getting over that log just as I got up to it. He did end up finishing third, so there was potential there for me to do well. I did catch up to some people who managed to work their way up to the front. We're close to it at least. This spot, if I hit this route just right, I could have sailed straight over that second route, but I wasn't feeling confident enough to do that today. This is a really fun bit of trail, though. This guy's gonna get out of the way here.
Thank you.
That was nice of him. Always appreciate that, even though I often am not quick enough about doing that for other people. I'll often hold people up because I feel like someone else is holding me up. And there was a surprise. I managed to make it over that log cleanly, or relatively cleanly at least. if some of these people just sitting on the side of the trail realized we were going the wrong way. I have no idea why that guy was pointed in the wrong direction. Even though we're going the wrong way, might as well keep going the same wrong way as everyone else. Traffic. We got... Oh, not letting me by. I've seen that shirt a few times already. Obviously a fair bit of back and forth with him. Understand why he wouldn't want to let me by, since he's had me go around him and then gone around me at least a couple times now. I'm definitely faster than he is through here. Oh, there's the connection. There's people on the right trail. And now we're going the right way. I am glad this guy was still in front of me at that point, because otherwise I probably would have gotten very confused at that ribbon. Maybe that's what happened to the guy that was pointed the other way. I've seen that ribbon and just been trying to figure out where we were actually supposed to go, since we did end up ducking under. Obviously, that tends to not be the right way to do things in a race. But in this one, it actually did work out for us. Starting to have some trouble getting my front tire to go where I want it over here. Bouncing off to the side of the trail a lot. Making me slow down when I want to be going fast. Someone seems to have stalled here. And I almost got around him. Here's an A-B split. It says A's go that way. It doesn't really mark clearly where the B's go. And if the guy in front of me hadn't pointed that out, I probably would have just shot straight into the A section, like I know a few other people I was racing against did. So that might be where I picked up a few more places. So I know I came across in 7th after the first lap, which was one spot behind Paul, who got 3rd. So to go from 19th to 7th in one lap, I don't feel like I passed that many people on the track. So there must have been a few of them that went into the A section there, and that allowed me to get ahead of them without actually having to pass them. Thought this guy was going to let me by. Got a little upset that he took off when I got up to him, but he was so much faster through this section than I could have gone. It's a good thing he wasn't behind me. He's gone already. I don't know why he was stopped there. Maybe he was just taking a drink or something. Yeah, he's got my number through here, that's for sure. I don't do well in this worked out tight trail section. I've ridden this trail quite a few times, but always the other way as well, so I'm finding it very kind of confusing trying to keep track of where I'm supposed to go when it's such a tight trail with the brush overgrown the way it is. You can't really see anything, and I'm just struggling to get any kind of speed down and try and go in the right direction even around each corner. Definitely the slow way up that hill. Looking over my shoulder, trying to figure out if the person behind me is someone I should be getting out of the way of. Or if I should just be getting on the gas and trying to drop them a little bit. My usual mindset is to try and get on the gas. If there's someone behind me, I try to go a bit faster. And if I can put some distance between me and them, then I don't have to get out of their way. If I'm on the gas and I'm going as fast as I'm comfortable going and they're still right there, then obviously they're faster than me. I should just get out of their way. Maybe I can follow them a little bit and learn something from them. But you never know when they're behind you if someone is in your class or if they're a much faster rider in a different class, especially with the A and B splits on a B rider, and the A's go off and do this extra bit of trail, and then if there's one just a little ways in front of you, they go do the A section and you take the shorter loop on the B section, and it's entirely possible that you can end up in front of someone who is just crazy fast compared to you. And it's just unfair to be holding those people up in a race like this. I'm still struggling to keep that bike going where I want it. It's in the front back there. Sorry about how dirty the camera is. That spot got ugly pretty quickly. A lot of people got hung up on that set of logs. It's a nice deep trench here too. Managed to hit neutral there. That's great. Told us there was going to be wider and faster sections in this race, and this is the first one I've seen. Didn't know this trail at all though, so I wasn't super comfortable trying to go fast through it. Definitely slow through those corners. Those motocrossers definitely teach me a thing or two through there. But I know I'm slow in the corners, so my game plan was just to get going as quickly as I could in between the corners, knowing full well I was going to have to slam on the brakes to make it through a turn and then just get on the gas again. If I could figure out how to go faster in the corners, I would I think I'd do quite well in these races. Especially at Whiskey Creek. This place is all about just all these little twisty bits. If you can carry corner speed through there, you gain so much time over someone like me. Expecting the guy behind me to hop over that log and get in front of me there. It seemed like he had more speed than I did, or he caught me anyway, so I felt like he was probably just gonna go around me at some point. So I went around that log expecting him to go over it and pass me, but he may have just been focused on me in front of him and followed my line rather than even realizing that there was a better, faster line there. Or maybe he was farther back than I thought. This section, but the whoops here aren't nearly as big as they used to be. They're still hard for me to get speed going through them. Just checking for that guy behind me again. Ways over that log, and very few of them are great options when things are this wet. A lot of lines up this hill. That right line looked like it was probably pretty good, but I didn't want to chance it. I know the middle line, it's a faster line if you can get it, but there's enough roots in the way that I tend to get hung up about as many times as I make it through cleanly. I've got a 50-50 chance of making it through the center line up that hill. Entering the roller coaster. This is very loose stuff here. It's so saturated with water that the sand, gravel at the bottom of these hills just wants to crumble underneath your tire. Here, I made a mistake. And there's a guy right behind me now. I think my stopping there probably screwed him up even more than it screwed me up, though, so I think he loses some time on me there. Didn't lose much time. These guys, I remember them. They were a lot faster than I was. I hate pulling off and letting people by because it loses you that bit of time on the person in front of you. So I can only really hope that they're going to catch up to the guy I was following and make him pull off too, and I'll gain back that time I lost. camera's dirty. That last corner always sketches me out a little bit. A tight corner around a tree with a drop on the other side. And it's loose. And it's loose enough that, there you go, that guy probably just lost traction and sunk through that sand in the bottom of that hill there. This is usually a pretty fun spot to ride. There's a lot of options for where you can go when you're just riding a roller coaster. So you come up some of those hills and you don't know which direction you're supposed to go in the race. I really wished I cleaned my camera off. Another A and B split. This time at least it said which direction the Bs were supposed to go. Right down here I lose the front again. Yeah, should have just taken that wider trail on the left. A wider line through the corner instead of trying to get a tight turn at the bottom of that hill. Doesn't take much to lose someone when you make a mistake. The guy was right in front of me and now he's gone again. Just trying to close this gap. I don't know what happened. Stalled my bike and it just wouldn't want to start again. And I can hear someone closing on me. And I just lost all of my rhythm. Just trying to get going again and I can't get a good feel again. I'm going way slower than I would normally do this section. Just stalling the bike back there just screwed me right up for the next minute or so. Just being extra tentative about everything. Lose the front again. Looking for whoever I heard. Don't see him though. Just trying to stay ahead. Try not to have to pull out of the way here. There's a clean camera. That's nice. So it was 19 seconds behind Paul coming through the timing here. But I don't see him anywhere. And I never did get to see what my position was on that screen. Someone else went through timing before I got close enough to see the computer. I know there's someone right on me, but I felt like I had more pace than the guy in front of me, so I wanted to get him to move out of the way before I would move out of the way for the guy behind me. A bit rude, but once again, it's a race, and I don't know who's behind me. I just know that I don't want to be losing this guy that's right in front of me again. He's probably got the same attitude as well. There's someone right in front of him. He wants to pass that guy before he lets anyone else by him. So sorry to the guy behind me that's getting frustrated. That's racing. Go any faster than the people in front of me. This guy, he's so fast through this section. I really shouldn't have been holding him up that long. It's crazy. And there's my second crash. Not going to be my last. Very disappointing though. Just not even sure what happened there. That little bump made me bounce side to side and down I went.
Oh, damn it.
So now my attempts to catch the guy in front of me are over again. Now I've got even more people between me and him. And I don't even know if the guy that was right in front of me was even in my class. I might not have actually been racing him. It would have just been a carrot for me to chase. Then once again, my rhythm is all screwed up. Not feeling comfortable, going too slow, and I know that going slow through this section makes it harder to ride. But it's just so slippery that it's hard to ride no matter what, I think, on this day. Trying to pick a rideable line through that mud. This one looks good. There's the guy I was chasing. Not sure what happened there, but picked up 2 spots. guy's going to get out of the way here. There it is. Thanks. I didn't even realize I crashed there. Guess I crashed so many times I lost track. Some people can go fast through this stuff, even in these sloppy conditions, but I really should have been reminding myself that I'm not one of them. If I had slowed down a little bit and crashed less, I would have probably done a lot better. Is that someone on a bike or just a spectator? Just keep hoping one of these branches will actually clean my camera off for me. Oh, another one. So dumb to be dropping the bike like that. There's no reason for it. think that's Greg. Just a line option back there. I let Greg pre-ride this area a couple days before the race on my two-stroke, and he managed to ghost ride it about 30 feet down a hill. Unfortunately, I was far enough behind him when that happened, and my camera wasn't working. I've got no good footage of that incident. Never lend out a bike that you care about to your friends. Nice big puddles here, lots of fun. At least at Whiskey Creek versus Tansky, you kind of know what's in the puddles. Usually there's nothing to worry about in the bottom of these deeper puddles here. Whereas at Tansky, there's always rocks and roots and logs and just all sorts of stuff to trip you up in every single mud hole and puddle. I feel like I'm kind of starting to get my rhythm back again. It does help that I know these trails a little bit. Something there and almost lost the bike again. Slippery diagonal log, at least it was real small. Shortcut that I actually saw there. It's the thing about the fast riders in these races. They seem to have these little tricks figured out ahead of time where they can cut out a little bit of a corner and turn it into a straight line. Not sure if it's technically against the rules, but it does, to me, seem to be a little bit kind of a gray area and maybe against the spirit of the whole thing, but I guess the fast guys are fast and they'll do whatever it takes to be a little faster. And unless you explicitly say it's against the rules, then it's perfectly legal, technically. I feel like there's people right on me here. I'm trying to get ahead of them, get a bit of a gap going, but I've never been on this trail before. I think they cut it just for this race. So I have no idea where I'm going, and the grip here is bad. There's several corners where I almost ate it, like that one. Because no one was close enough to capitalize on that mistake, so keep going, try to make up more ground again. But once again, that little wiggle there, little mistake, took away my confidence, screwed up my rhythm. Just trying to get any kind of drive through here. It's not going well. I'm wondering when this little bit of trail ends and when we end up back on the grass section by the highway. So I didn't even think there was enough room for this much trail in this little area. Here we go. Oh, maybe not. Where's the... Okay. Now we're getting onto the grass. Maybe we aren't. Should have just cut straight through there. I might have been able to snag that spot, just like that guy did. Yeah, that was way more trail in that area than I thought there was. Remember that we did this section. That log is rough. There's so many roots down there. When you go over it, you can end up losing your tire in them. And this spot, just enough stuff down to just destroy any options of lines. Could have gone to the left of that tree if I had known this was here and that guy was going to be stuck there. Get those branches clean off my camera. Do a very good job. Trying to let people by again. There's no sense in holding anyone up on the grass section because I know I'm going to be slow here. That was a much longer stop than I had thought it would be. screwed me up the last time we raced here. Got stuck behind some people there and ended up stalling my bike. Now, where do I go? People stopped. I'm not sure what's happening. Wait, is that the guy I was fighting with before and trying to pass? Whatever. He's in front of me now. I obviously felt like he was faster than me, so... Just sloppy through here. The mud is so loose and slippery. There's nothing that a guy can do to get through here quickly. Well, there's nothing I can do to get through here quickly. That guy had a crash and managed to get back on his bike and go before I caught him, so that's pretty good. No idea what group that guy's in. There's ruts everywhere now. Let's see just how much that Yamaha is sliding around. Well, it could, right up until I screwed up and he got that far away from me. Just trying to get my way around these corners without falling again. Not sure if that was in the spirit of the race, but you can't walk the whole course and expect people to sit there and wait. Really wanted to be able to go faster through there, but it was just so slippery. Felt like every time my front tire hit a bump, it wanted to shoot off to the side. That's the guy that I just let in front of me a little while ago. Oh well, now we can't see anything for a while. Wait for the branches to clean it off again, because I'm too busy trying to race to think about the fact that my camera is full of mud. Hey, made it through there cleanly. Slowly but cleanly. That was the spot of my first crash. Alright, turn down the hill and into the woods. And the trail I thought I was taking was blocked off by a ribbon that was supposed to be there the whole time. Now I'm on a totally different track than what I was expecting. And you can't see it anyway, so... Just back onto the grass again, and let's see, dip back into the woods. Yeah. I'll skip ahead until my camera's cleaned off at least a little bit here. This is the fast section of the race that we were promised. Wider trail, it's fairly whooped out, and normally I feel pretty good in this section, but I didn't on this day. We were told, stay to the right if you're going to be going slower so that people on the left can pass, and since I didn't catch the guy in front of me, I figured I must be going slow. And I could hear people behind me, and yeah, just struggling there for some reason. So I tried to stay to the right to let whoever was behind me around me. They never caught up, or they didn't attempt to pass me at least. And riding on the right is terrible. It just ate any speed that I could have gotten through there. The center of this trail is really where you want to be. And just kept on kind of debating whether or not I should be on the right or in the left or in the middle. Surprisingly, no one passed me there. And that is where my camera is going to die. That I hit some roots there and just went right down. I bashed up my handlebars really good. They were super crooked, so I tried to hammer them back into place. And I smashed my stomach on the bars too, so the camera's going to die. And you can see here, this is the result. I straightened the bars out, but the bushings were shot, and the connection between the bars and the front wheel was basically non-existent. So I limped my way through the rest of the race. I didn't want to get another DNF since I got a DNF on the only other race I've done this year. So I just rode through the rest of the race nice and slow and helped a few people over some obstacles and helped a young guy on a Honda 150 fix his chain issue and barely managed to finish the race, but not in last. If you don't want to see a fat man's bruised and battered belly, look away now. So that's how I looked after the race, and that is a couple days later. It actually got worse after this. That's it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I won't have camera issues next year and we'll be able to get some racing going again. I sure did miss the Harescrambles, and I was happy to at least try to do 2 of them. Thanks for watching.